The story begins when Mahon Keung, a dedicated police officer from Hong Kong, arrives in New York to attend the wedding of his Uncle Bill. At his family supermarket, Uncle Bill proudly introduces Keung to his fiancée, Whitney, an African-American woman full of warmth and charisma. However, Keung soon learns that the store has recently been sold to a new owner, a woman named Elaine. In preparation for the big day, Uncle Bill's close friend, Stephen Lowe, generously lends him a vintage automobile to use for the wedding. Later that night, just as things seem to be settling down, a rowdy street gang begins a high-speed motorcycle race right outside Uncle Bill's apartment. As fate would have it, they come dangerously close to smashing into Stephen's prized car, until Keung leaps into action and stops them. This bold move doesn't sit well with the gang, and tensions escalate quickly. The very next day, the gang attempts to rob and vandalize Elaine's newly acquired supermarket. Keung steps in once again, successfully fending them off. However, his interference sparks a bitter rivalry, and soon, a series of violent confrontations erupts between Keung and the gang members. Determined to eliminate him, the bikers launch multiple attacks, one of which ends with them pelting Keung with glass bottles, leaving him severely injured. Fortunately, help comes from an unexpected place. Nancy, Keung's neighbor and lingerie dancer, who is loosely connected to the gang, along with her younger brother, Danny, a paraplegic Chinese-American boy who has grown fond of Keung, take him in. They tend to his wounds and offer him a safe place to recover, marking the beginning of a new alliance in the face of rising danger. The story continues as a gang member named Angelo becomes entangled in a botched illegal diamond deal. In a desperate move, he steals the diamonds for himself, unknowingly putting his crew in danger. As a result, the small-time gang suddenly finds itself hunted by a much more dangerous and organized crime syndicate, led by the ruthless White Tiger. While fleeing from the syndicate, Angelo hides the stolen diamonds inside a cushion, ironically, the same cushion Keung later uses to support Danny's wheelchair, completely unaware of what it contains. Meanwhile, Keung grows closer to Nancy, and pays her a visit at the shady nightclub where she works. During their conversation, he encourages her to distance herself from the criminal world. However, their meeting doesn't go unnoticed. The gangsters, now posing as FBI agents, and pretending that White Tiger is merely a robbery victim, deceive Keung into thinking they are on the side of justice. But when they spot Keung with Nancy, they chase the two through the streets, escalating the conflict even further. After failing to capture Keung, the frustrated gang retaliates by vandalizing Elaine's supermarket once again. This time, the chaos draws the attention of White Tiger's enforcers, who arrive at the scene in search of Angelo. During the confrontation, two of Angelo's clueless associates are captured. As a brutal warning, one is executed using a tree shredder, and his remains are returned to the others, sending a chilling message about the price of betrayal. In response to the escalating violence, Keung and Nancy track the gang back to their hideout following the latest supermarket attack. There, Keung engages them in yet another fierce brawl, ultimately defeating them. Meanwhile, one of Angelo's men breaks under pressure, and reports his own gang to the authorities, revealing the truth. Their current war with the syndicate began the moment Angelo decided to steal the diamonds. The tension escalates after Angelo uncovers the truth, that the supposed FBI agents are actually members of White Tiger's criminal syndicate. In light of this revelation, Keung decides to join forces with Tony, the biker gang leader and Nancy's boyfriend. With Tony's help, Keung persuades the gang to abandon their reckless lifestyle, and instead stand up against the true threat, the powerful crime syndicate. Soon afterward, both Keung and the syndicate discover that the stolen diamonds have been hidden in an unlikely place, inside the cushion of Danny's wheelchair. Although a handover is arranged, it quickly unravels when the syndicate takes Nancy and Tony hostage. To make matters worse, they use a tow truck to demolish Elaine's supermarket, and in the chaos, the diamonds are once again lost. In an effort to escape with what they can, White Tiger's men hijack a hovercraft and flee down the Hudson River. Keung, alongside the New York Police Department, immediately gives chase. However, the pursuit takes a wild turn as the hovercraft veers off the water and onto city streets, leaving a path of destruction and damaged property behind. Acting quickly, Keung breaks into a nearby museum and grabs a massive 6-foot jagged sword. Then, in a bold and inventive move, he clamps the blade to the side of a Lamborghini Countach. Driving full speed into the hovercraft, he slashes its rubber skirt, causing the vehicle to crash and bring the chase to a dramatic end. With one syndicate member captured, Keung fires a non-lethal shot to force a confession about White Tiger's whereabouts. Without hesitation, he commandeers the now-repaired hovercraft and speeds to a golf course, where White Tiger is playing a leisurely game with his subordinates. Keung charges through the course, running over the criminals and leaving White Tiger humiliated, completely stripped and lying helpless on the ground.